With championship battles heating up, thousands of race fans would enjoy a day of sunshine and racing in Lexington, Ohio. Nick Yeoman back again with the highlights from the Indy Light Series and the main event, the Honda Indy 200 at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Carnage was the theme of the 38-lap race for the Indy Light Series presented by Cooper Tires. The most significant incident involved the points leader Ed Jones, whose machine would break heading to turn number 2. That accident would blow the championship doors wide open, and in would walk Santi Urrutia. The rookie from Uruguay would dominate to sweep the weekend and most importantly put the Schmidt-Peterson driver at the top of the point standings with 3 races to go. The goal for all of those young drivers in Indy Lights is to one day compete in IndyCar, and the 22 best the sport had to offer would roar to life for the Honda Indy 200. Points leader and pole sitter Simon Pagenaud would get a significant jump at the green flag, while further back the field would go 2 and 3 wide through the S's. One of the trickiest starts on the IndyCar season would be a clean one. The 90-lap race at Mid-Ohio always creates very early fuel windows, and in the race's first 10 laps, a handful of drivers would elect for that strategy, ducking to pit road for fuel and tires. That strategy would pay off because on lap 15 the race would see its first full course caution when Scott Dixon and Helio Castroneves would crash in turn 2. Dixon's Target Chevrolet would get the worst of the incident. The 5-time Mid-Ohio champ would finish last. The caution came at the wrong time for the leaders who would all pit. Simon Pagenaud would get shuffled from first all the way to 12th. Juan Montoya and Marco Andretti would stay out and lead the field to the green on the restart, and once again the action through the S's would be ferocious. Mikhail Aleshin, who timed the first caution correctly, would jump to third with a nice pass around Max Chilton. On lap 27, both Montoya and Andretti would pit, handing the lead over to Aleshin, and that would give the Russian driver a chance to do something he hasn't done often, and that's lead a Verizon IndyCar race. The middle portions of the race were dominated by the Schmidt-Peterson driver. With 29 laps to go, Aleshin's lead was 10 seconds, his strategy was perfect, and he looked primed for his first career IndyCar win. What transpired next would be perhaps one of the most brutal set of circumstances we've seen for a driver in 2016. The scenario would start with a lap 61 incident involving Jack Hawksworth in turn number 1 who would run wide and crash. That would eliminate the 10-second lead for Aleshin. With the entire field needing one more stop, Aleshin would lead the pack to pit lane, but after service was completed on his Honda, he was released from the pit box and right into the side of Joseph Newgarden. After a pair of penalties, the dream of an IndyCar win for Aleshin was gone. Connor Daly would inherit the lead, but his only hope was a caution that would help the American driver on fuel. That forced all eyes on the battle for second between the top 2 in points. Simon Pagenaud would put the pressure on teammate Will Power, and in the carousel he'd muscle his way past the championship counterpart. With under 10 laps to go, Daly would have to pit, handing the lead over to Pagenaud. The race would slow one final time when Sebastian Bourdais would misjudge turn 4 and crash into the back of Takuma Sato with 4 laps to go. Simon Pagenaud would score his 4th win of the season, winning the Honda Indy 200. The Frenchman would also extend his points lead to 58 points over Will Power, who would finish 2nd. Carlos Munoz would finish 3rd. The Verizon IndyCar Series next heads to Pocono for the ABC Supply 500, with practice and qualifying on August 20th, and NBC Sports Network and IndyCar radio coverage of the event on August 21st.